chance to go off another day. And excuse my anger and rant the last day. Uh, but I got to continue with this Black Adam stuff and what I'm seeing. So I'm going to give you my perspective on things. So I went back and I watched the Black Adam Legacy trailer, and the first thing that began, it said, before there were heroes and villains, before this world's heroes and villains, there was Black Adam. There was one power, Black Adam. Um, and then Amanda Waller goes on to say he's 5,000 years old. That statement in and of itself flies in the face of Zack Snyder's Justice League, because in Zack Snyder's Justice League, there was the Great War and the Age of Heroes, if you do remember. So the world had heroes, and that Great War happened before Wonder Woman was born. Right? Wonder Woman, as we all know, was at least 5,000 years old. She's at least 5,000 years old. She is probably the same age as Black Adam. So there were heroes and there were villains before before Black Adam, quite frankly. So that information is not syncing up with the Snyder Cut, which the whole purpose of the Justice League was to celebrate a new age of heroes. So there was an old age of heroes, and then a new age of heroes is the Justice League. And obviously, if you have heroes, you have villains. So once again, you can see that Walter Hamada, Jeff Johns, you know, they were actually trying to go against what the Snyder Cut represents. The Snyder Cut, uh, basically, even which is kind of ironic, the even the Whedon cut, even the Whedon cut, the Whedon cut doesn't specify that. It doesn't say a long time ago like that. The intro, I just checked it out. The intro, she said they came here before. Uh, but you just retroactively go backwards and you realize, what are they talking about? Black Adam couldn't be before the Amazons and the Atlanteans and the Age of Men. And a great war happened more than 5,000 years ago, because obviously Diana was born about 5,000 years ago. So that statement in and of itself, the opening of Black Adam, is just doesn't sync up with the Snyderverse, the timeline of the Snyderverse. It doesn't sync up. Um, Secondly, uh, I've noticed again, and this is why I say a betrayal, because if you just, I'm beginning to get a feel for what this movie is. The Henry Cavill appearance in that movie is supposed to be, again, accompanied by something that is not in line with the Snyderverse. It's more in line with what we saw with the theatrical cut, which is a John Williams theme for Superman appearing. So as you start to visualize and take a good look at what is actually going to be presented in this movie, which I'm not going to watch, I'm getting the feeling, because I was saying to myself, well, why didn't they just replace that explosion that they pulled from Justice League with an explosion from the Snyder Cut? And actually, fans posted it up on Twitter. There's a fan on here, Real Anarchy, with John, what's his name? John Arrington something. I can't remember what his full name is. He does trailer videos, and he did a great trailer video, including Steppenwolf, Darkseid, and the Joker, and Harley Quinn. So the villains, you have the villains, and you have the. But you can see there's almost a concerted effort not to put the Snyder Cut in any of these trailers. You just had to replace that image, that they did with Steppenwolf from the 2017 cut, just replace that with Snyder cut footage. That's all he had to do. They didn't do that. But here's my other, and I'll tell you why. The reason is Walter Hamada does not want Zack Snyder's Justice League to continue. This is a Walter Hamada produced film. This is also a yes. It's also um, you know I forgot what the name of them are, but it is also Dwayne the Rock Johnson's production company. But ultimately, in the end, the focus and the goal was to move away from Zack Snyder's Justice League. The reason why they hadn't seen Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, well, Superman and Batman, is because we're moving away from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now they're bringing back the characters, but you could bring back the characters like one fan was telling me. You could bring back the characters, but have them, as they did with Justice League, 2017. They brought them back and had them act a different way. So I don't know. I don't think I would be pleasantly surprised to see Black Adam at all. In fact, I don't know. I don't think I want to see that movie because just thinking about how they want to intro Henry Cavill, what they're trying to do, how they're not using or continuing the stuff that Zack Snyder did in Zack Snyder's Justice League. It it begs the question. It really does beg the question. Why, oh why, should we go and support something and give these people money as if to say, yes, yes, you're doing it right. So let's pay you to go see it. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And it's another betrayal by Warner Brothers. This is the second time. First one was Justice League, but I was defending that thing to the end. This one, no, I'm not going to get burned again. I'm not going to get burned again. So your boy's not watching this movie. Like I said, it's a betrayal because here I am defending WBD and all of that, and not realizing these people are going on with the same. It's the same game. It's the same game plan. And Sil Abdul and all these guys, they're talking, but Sil Abdul, these scoopers, man, I remember they were talking about go watch DC fandom, and the fans was like, we ain't watching no DC fandom, and true to form, they was talking about, oh, Zack Snyder will come back and blah blah blah, and didn't happen, right? Me personally, I am exhausted with Warner Brothers and the approach that they've had with Zack Snyder and his films. And quite frankly, I am just going to focus on things that I can enjoy and benefit in. You know, um, I'm still going to push restore the Snyderverse, but I'm definitely not supporting these movies. A simple thing like putting an image from Zack Snyder's Justice League, which David Sandberg so well did, these people can't do. The narrative of Black Adam is again clashing with that of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and so I'm not really interested in this movie at all. There's no interest for it because now I see the direction the WBD is looking to go in. I'm not. I have no confidence in that direction. As like I said before, you want to right the wrongs. I see everybody applauding The Rock for pulling out the Justice League 2017. No, I'm not applauding you for that. You made a statement doing that, and you realized everybody saw it, and you pulled it off. You made a statement, and then when I'm hearing Henry Cavill is going to be using the John Williams theme, you made a statement. You know, so you want to take that statement back, go the other way, show us. You're gonna have to show us and prove us. I don't know about the rest of people, but on this channel, we're gonna do it the right way. We're gonna tell the truth. And in this case, now you're gonna have to show me. You gotta show me. And David Zaslav and all of them need to show me that you're going to stay with the Snyderverse as canon. Because if the Snyderverse is not canon, then I'm not interested in your universe. I really am. Your entertainment, has so far sucked when it comes to movies that have been put out. That's why I didn't go and watch them. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be brutally honest. I know there are other fans that think just like how I'm thinking right now. We are. I don't think we're in the minority, but the other people are going for the Kool Aid. They don't realize what kind of film they're gonna watch, and then when they see it, they're gonna realize, that's that. This is just not the film for me. You know. And I know that's something they're trying to trim and clean up the film and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a hot mess again. Another hot mess. You know. The only way those kinds of films gonna do well is if you guys, if you guys at Warner Brothers focus on what Zach was doing, and then I like how David Sandberg unabashedly put Zack Snyder stuff out there. Quite frankly, Dwayne the Rock Johnson needs to do that now. It's not enough that Henry Cavill's coming back because, like I said before, Henry Cavill is an actor, but what is the tone of the film? What's the storyline of the film? Is it going to line up with Zack Snyder's Justice League? If it's not, I don't want to see it. So, this Christ I am disciple. Christ is saying my piece. I haven't slept yet, so I'm gonna go and get my rest. And man, I'm ready to just kick Warner Brothers to the curb, man. I'm ready to kick it to the curb. I had enough with an entertainment company that is just tone deaf when it comes to the fans. And the fans right now lapping this up, not understanding that they just want their money. And they're just playing them for fools. I'm gonna catch you guys later. I am Christ Am Disciple. Peace.